There are several different ways to research and find products to sell on Amazon, and in this video, I'm going to share 3 completely different legitimate strategies you can choose from to find profitable products for your Amazon business. I've been selling on Amazon since mid-2016, and since then I've sold just over $4.3 million worth of products while earning a profit of $732,655. My Amazon business has been completely systematized and is now run by a team of 4 US employees and another 5 virtual assistants. As a result of our focus on processes, I no longer have to work in the business on a day-to-day basis. The 3 product research methods are the BL model, the RS model, and the BL model. So what are those? Well, I'll tell you in this video, but the real trick is finding which one actually best suits you, and I'm here to help you by giving you a real-life example of each one and how to get started. Hi, my name is Trent Dyrsmid, founder of breadideas.co, and I'm here to help you take a very systematic approach to launching and growing your e-commerce business from $0 to $5 million a year. By taking a systematic approach to growing my own e-commerce business combined with creating documented business processes called standard operating procedures, I was able to grow my business from $0 to over $100,000 a month in just 5 months and ultimately over $1 million in our first year. Over the last few weeks, we have been talking about how to build a successful and sustainable e-commerce business that leverages the Amazon sales channel. If you've missed any of those videos, be sure to check out the links. They're right down in the description below, and that's where you'll be able to get caught up. As I mentioned at the start of this video, today we're going to talk about the 3 legitimate methods for finding profitable products to sell on the Amazon sales channel. Before we continue, I do want to ensure that we share an understanding of the term product research. For me, product research is simply the process that I or that someone that works for me goes through to find a product that we can profitably resell on the Amazon sales channel for a sustainable period of time. Hey Trent, is this something that anybody can do? Yes, this is something that almost anyone can do as long as doing math and talking to potential suppliers doesn't scare you off. Hey Trent, is this something I can do if I only have a few $1,000s available? Yes, you can definitely get started with only a few $1,000s, but if you really want to grow your business to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in sales, you will need more working capital than that. And finally, is this something that will make me like buckets and buckets of money really fast and I won't have to work very hard? No, definitely not. Building a successful e-commerce business that leverages the Amazon sales channel is not easy. Although some people are going to tell you otherwise. They're going to tell you that it's really easy, or that there's a magic button, or that you'll barely have to work at all. Whenever you hear people saying stuff like that, grab your wallet and run in the opposite direction as fast as you can because they are completely full of The reality is that building a business like this takes a lot of smart work and plenty of hours. If you aren't willing to make that investment, then this is simply not the business for you. But if you are willing to put the time in, some pretty incredible things can happen. In my case, I was able to use the financial statements from my e-commerce business to qualify for an SBA loan to buy this $1.3 million commercial building. This is a building where our tenants pay the mortgage for us and will own it for years to come, which will ensure that my wife and I have a steady source of passive income during our retirement. The BL model stands for the brand launch model. In this method, your goal is to launch your own brand of products from scratch. In the long term, if you get it right, this can be the most lucrative model because you're going to have the most control and the highest gross profit margins. You're also going to own a brand that you can probably one day sell to somebody else. However, if you get it wrong, the odds of losing all of the money and the time you've invested are very, very high. And sadly, most new entrepreneurs do get it wrong the first time. Most people call this the private label model, and it starts with spending a lot of time doing very manual product research with tools like Jungle Scout and Viral Launch. A few years ago, this method was substantially easier than it is today, largely because there was far less competition, counterfeit was much less of an issue, and the software tools weren't nearly as powerful as they are today. These days, thanks to how powerful the software tools are, finding a product with high demand and low competition is virtually impossible. One of the things I dislike most about this method of product research is that it requires a great deal of experience, and as a result, outsourcing the product research to a virtual assistant is going to be substantially more challenging than it would be with the BR model that we're going to talk about later in this video. As a result of how difficult it has become to rank your products organically in the Amazon search results, this method of product research is by far the most risky and probably only suitable to entrepreneurs who have both a higher risk tolerance as well as more capital to invest in both product creation and advertising. Back when I started on Amazon, this was the approach that I took, and 3 years later, I still have unsold inventory from the rookie mistakes I made using this method. If you don't like taking a lot of risk, I would suggest leaving this method for later and focusing on one of the next two. The RS model stands for the retail store model, and that is because your product research happens as you walk up and down the aisles at your local Walmart or TJ Maxx or Costco or what have you. This method is much less risky than the brand launch model that we just discussed because you aren't trying to bring new products to market. Instead, all you're doing with this approach, which is often called retail arbitrage, is to find brand name products that you can buy cheaply enough at the store to be able to resell them on Amazon. What I like about this model is how easy it is to get started. You don't need a website, you don't need a virtual assistant, and you really don't need very much money at all. What you do need is time, some money, and a scanning application that will allow you to easily scan products in the aisles to see what they sell for on Amazon and if they make sense for you to buy. The most popular scanning applications are called Scoutify, Profit Bandit, Scan Power, and the Amazon Seller app itself. Of these, Amazon's app is the only one that's free, and as you'd expect, it's not nearly as powerful as the paid applications. If you have plenty of time, somewhat limited capital, and only moderate ambitions for the growth of your business, this product research method is definitely one worth considering. The only risk to speak of is that sometimes your buyers of your products will make complaints to Amazon, and they'll say that the product is used, and if you get enough of these complaints, Amazon could suspend your Seller Central account. With that said, according to recent reports, as long as you're buying your products from brand name retail stores, Amazon is most likely going to accept your receipts of proof that you are reselling authentic goods. The thing that I don't really like about this method is that it is very transactional, and your ability to find new products is wholly dependent upon your ability to find deals as you shop. For example, just because you got Nike shoes at a discount this month doesn't in any way guarantee that you're going to be able to do it again next month. For that reason, I can only recommend this approach to brand new sellers, and I think you should only use it long enough to grow your cash flow to the point where you can start to take advantage of the BR model. The BR model stands for the brand resale model, and it is by far my favorite method for product research. It is also the lowest risk model because it's really hard to make a bad product choice and lose all of your money. With this approach, outsourcing your product research to a virtual assistant is extremely easy, and all you need is either Price Checker 2 or tactical arbitrage software to do it. Instead of having to sit at my computer looking for a needle in a haystack doing mind-numbingly boring product research for hours at a time, which I absolutely hate doing, I simply created a detailed set of written instructions, which I called a standard operating procedure, and then I hired a virtual assistant from the Philippines for $4 an hour to follow my instructions to the letter, thereby saving me hours of precious time. Unlike with the brand launch method that we talked about at the beginning, where I'm looking for a product with high demand and low competition, with the brand resale approach, I'm only looking for brand name products that already have an established track record of sales. I then use this historical sales data to make projections about how many units I could sell. And if the numbers work and I can find a source for the product, I make my investment, and then the cash just starts rolling in. Thanks to the availability of all that historical data, the odds of picking the wrong product are really, really low. And that is why I feel that this is the safest model for entrepreneurs looking to grow their business into a full-time affair. For another video where I share the success stories of 3 different companies that have all exceeded $100 million in annual sales using this very method, just look for a link down below in the description. Here's a quick overview of the product research process my virtual assistants are conducting on my behalf. First, I ask them to find other Amazon sellers that meet a very simple criteria. They should be somewhere between 30 and 100 seller feedbacks accumulated in the last 30 days. The reason that's important is it tells me that the products that they stock are all reasonably strong sellers. Next, I have them perform what is called a product extraction on that seller's Amazon store using either Price Checker 2 or Tactical Arbitrage. Once the extraction is complete, I now have a spreadsheet with hundreds or thousands of products in it for me to review. I then filter this spreadsheet to narrow the list of products down to the ones that meet my sales volume criteria. Ideally, I like to find products where my share of the buy box will allow me to earn a profit of at least $100 per month per product. Once I've completed my filtering process, I then start sending emails to the brands that make these products to inform them that I would like to open a wholesale account and place an order. It's worth mentioning at this point that in order to be authorized to open a wholesale account, you're going to need an LLC and a resale certificate, both of which can be had for about $100 each. Getting your account approved is not as easy as it used to be, and the way that we make up for that is we just send more emails to more brands. In other words, we kiss a lot of frogs in the hunt for our prince. Once your account is approved, you're now in a position to negotiate the best pricing you can and place your first order. When you do, congratulations, because you now are in business. When you're reaching out to brands, the most common response is that they aren't looking for any new Amazon sellers. To help you with this, I have another video that goes into detail about the things that we say and do to overcome this particular objection. You can find it using the link that is down there in the description. In addition to that video, I also have published a video that will help you to understand how to differentiate your business from the competitors. And if you take the advice that I give in that video, and there is now, again, a link down in the description, you will put yourself in a position to turn more of the no's into the yeses that you want. Now I have a quick question for you to answer below in the comments section before you leave. Which of the 3 things that we discussed makes the most sense to you? And if you implement that business model and were to earn an additional $500 a month, what could an extra $500 a month do for you? Go ahead, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. In addition to these videos, I also have placed a link to register for one of my upcoming free webinars. In these webinars, I go into a lot more detail on the different types of ways you can sell on Amazon, as well as the systems that I use to send so many emails each and every week. If you aren't sure how to get started on Amazon, I highly recommend that you attend my next webinar. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.